We now interrupt your regular scheduled programming for the following sports special on the PCSRA Radio Network and the Blue Hedgehog TV. This copyrighted broadcast is presented by the authority of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association for the private use of our audience. Any reproduction, rebroadcast, retransmission, or other disseminations or the use of this broadcast, descriptions or accounts of this show without the express written consent of the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association is prohibited. On the PCSRA Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the PCSRA Weekly Show. It's brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. For over 51 years, it is the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. The PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast is also brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where we encourage you fans that together we can end DUI. Now, with the call of today's PCSRA Weekly Show from the Blue Hedgehog Studios in War Acres, Oklahoma, here is your host, the voice of the PCSRA, Danielle Voiles.
And hello and good afternoon and welcome to a Tuesday edition of the PCSRA Weekly Show here on the PCSRA Radio Network, the Blue Hedgehog TV, and on YouTube. Daniel Voiles here in our PCSRA studios. We'll be joined by our panelists in just a few moments. We welcome you guys, like I said, on a Tuesday edition. Just to let everybody know, the show was to have been yesterday, but because I had work yesterday, and it wouldn't be fair to do only recapping, and then today would be like doing the what's the word I'm looking for here? Other things like that. I think it would have been I said, it'd be better off if I postponed the weekly show to today as far as getting some stuff taken care of. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take the first few minutes of the weekly show because I need to I am going to be putting out a statement that I put out last night on my Facebook page. My Blue Hedgehog News Report Facebook page. And because I've written the following statement that all of you might need to hear because this is important. What? Thursday. This Thursday? Yes. Anyway, sorry about that. My mother interrupted me. Alright. So this is what I wrote 12 hours ago while I was at work, which I'm going to read you the entire statement. Hello everybody. I want to write this statement for the entire community and give you all my concerns on what has happened lately. First off, the incident that happened on Saturday while I was at work and didn't find out till 7:40 Central Time when I got on break involved two people. I'm not going to say on this post, but what I will say is that it's one thing to start up an incident. However, threatening people by penalizing them over a rule involving predictions for the race weekend in which the entire server is seeing it, I have a problem with it. Now, I understand the rules are the rules and I get it, but there is absolutely no excuse for threatening people, in which was very unacceptable behavior in front of other people in the server. And the thing is that it should have gone into a DM between the two people. If I had a suggestion for both parties after the info I've gotten, it's this. I want the person that caused the incident on Saturday a sincere apology in a respectful way and promise that person this incident doesn't happen again in the near future because this is totally ridiculous, plus to the point that people will leave the server and not come back for good. Finally, I ask everyone to please be more respectful towards each other in a friendly way, and as a reminder that fighting and threatening an individual will not solve the issues in these circumstances, end quote. So basically what I'm trying to tell you all is that I don't want negative behavior going on in, let's say, in a negative way. You know, we need to be positive about each other. We need to support each other. You know, I see that this community is not doing the positives. And if you guys want support for not just yourself, but for other people, you need to be positive about what you say, and don't say anything negative that could offend somebody on social media or anywhere. And that's something that nobody understands. And that's the thing that really irritates the living shit out of me. So, please, under any circumstances, on Discord, on Facebook, social media, whatever, please be respectful to each other, to the people that you don't need to cause interference with, and do it in a appropriate way and not inappropriate. I ask you all for that. Please follow through with my advice. Okay? Alright. Now that we got that little situation out of the way, I'm going to go over a few announcements before we get started. Next year, the Rush Hour Renegade is going to be a little bit dodgy regarding about 2020 is concerned. Because with the fact that I am going to be possibly going to school, possibly trying to think what I'm saying here. Possibly, you know, getting ready to start what's the next part of my life. I don't know if I will be doing the Rush Hour Renegade next year. I have not told the YouTuber about this. He doesn't know. Everybody else does. So, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. And I believe that is pretty much it as far as that little discussion is concerned. So, yeah. In addition to what happened on Saturday, both parties have been placed on a 3-week probation as a reminder again that this will not happen again. Okay? Because this is getting absolutely ridiculous. All right? So just let everybody know that this will not happen again in the near future. As far as other stuff is concerned... Oh, I need to add that to the paint scheme chat. Give me 1 second. As just had to put a paint scheme in the Victory in Jesus chat. I forgot what I was going to say. Crap. I forgot what I was going to say. What? It's the Hall of Fame game. What do you expect, dear? There's no name. Like I said, I also need to put this in the chat. By the way, I'm talking to Mother because she's asking me so many questions, so just FYI. So anyway, I think that's all of the announcements. If I have any more between now and then, I will let you guys know as soon as I can. So let me go ahead and let everybody know we are live. That way they can now join the server. Surprisingly, I only took the first 10 minutes of the show just explaining stuff and all that, yada yada yada. So funny thing before we get going, last night I ended up getting an extra sandwich for last night as far as that's concerned. as let me let Taylor know. As yeah, I'm the only one in the Discord call. So yeah, we're actually going to stay in the voice call because for some reason I don't know why that that we can't hear one of our panelists. So, but also NBA. Or not NBA, NFL, Madden NFL 20, I'm going to do a gameplay on it first part of next week, so you're going to see the new graphics and all that, and do the mock games on there, and then also have the college football playoff as far as that's concerned. So, with that said, we have our only panelist. Let's introduce him on the show. Joining me for the PCSRA Weekly Show is Zachary Taylor, which I need to fix your name on the server. Give me 1 second, Taylor.
Hello, children.
Oh my...
The boogeyman.
Wait, you're saying that Cody Smart is the boogeyman? Is that what you're telling me? Okay, that's better. Thank you, Father Danny, for fixing my name.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a dab point for Taylor, just to kick the show off. Good job, Taylor.
Destroy planets.
Yeah. Funny thing, Taylor, my Madden game's gonna be, I'm gonna do my first gameplay of Madden, beginning next week, so I bet you're excited about all the gameplay. And maybe do a mock game with your Colts and probably my Bucks. That would be fun. Alright. Today's episode, do you need the entry list, Taylor? Because no, I put the entry list in there yesterday. Okay. Today's episode of the PCSRA Weekly Show on a Tuesday. Like I said, if you missed what I said, rewind the stream. You'll probably know the answer to that question. Today's episode, we are going to recap a wacky German Grand Prix, Mid-Ohio, V8 Supercars at, where did they race at? Hey, Nathan Orman! Hugs Orman!
Hey, Hugs.
Yes,
anyway,
Hugs.
They had the Ipswich Super Squid.
Okay, so it was Queensland, Germany, Mid-Ohio, Pocono, and Iowa. We're going to recap. Also, we're going to talk about the drama that happened at Spa-Francorchamps, because it was a wild one. Here's your Coca-Cola slushie, by the way, Orman.
Thank you.
We'll take you through the breaking news stories, going through now, between now and then, some things we'll talk about. Plus, if you've not seen some paint schemes I've been putting in the server, I know one of you guys have already seen the Chase Elliott one, but you haven't seen the other two. Go check those out and tell me what you think.
And by the way, I just built.
And we want to thank Taylor for that nice motivational belch, and we want to thank Cody for clapping his butt cheeks. That is not late, Tristan, you derping you derping grandpa, Tristan. Tristan Allen, you derping grandpa.
What? Did he say that?
He said late in the Victory in Jesus chat. I should have said no you. Anyway.
What the heck, Tristan?
But, yeah. So, I forgot what I was going to try to say. But anyway. We'll look at some paint schemes. We'll get the panelists' reactions as far as that's concerned. Which is pretty cool. We'll take you through some NR news and sports news, if any, regarding about some stuff that's been going on, and then we will look ahead to, if I get back to my topics, look ahead to the dirt race at Eldora, the Dirt Derby Classic. We also are going to preview Watkins Glen, Hungary for F1. This is their final race before the summer break. And we will go through our keys to the race for the track I was at a few months ago, Road America. and then we will make our predictions.
What series is World America's hosting?
IMSA. IMSA.
Yay, IMSA! We are racing!
Oh, by the way, we have a Coca-Cola alert. We have a Coca-Cola hedgehog that's invisible.
Me?
We're gonna call the Coca-Cola hedgehog police because there's a... Okay, there we go.
Okay, now
Oh, that's a great way to start the show. Oh man, that's a great way. Well, Elisha does that to me, so don't blame it on him for starting it. Anywho. Okay, let's... Oh, I forgot to also mention... I also forgot to mention to the panelists, I have already started the Bahrain Grand Prix week on the F1 2019 career mode. So if you have not seen Free Practice 1 or Free Practice for F2 and F1 2019 career mode, you might want to go check those out after the stream is over. Just a little warning, because I'm currently trying to get FP2 uploaded, because I had to split it up, so... Anyway, oh, I need to get the second results for these supercars. Give me a minute here, guys. I need to get the second results. I forgot to put them. Okay, whoever DA in the background is going to get a DA point. I know it's...
That is not what I said.
No, somebody else did it, Taylor, you derping grandpa.
What the heck?
Yeah, somebody said DA in the background, so it's not Orman or Taylor. Okay, now Orman gets a DA point. You secretly accepted. Oh, here's the one I want. Okay. Let's kick off the weekly show before we get all goofy and woofy. Let's recap. Let's start off with Germany, the F1 race. Let me explain to you guys. If you think it was boring, it was a boring German Grand Prix, think again. It was chaos from the word go. They had to start the race behind the safety car, which they had to take 3 laps off the total. Instead of 67 laps, it became 64. But when the race did finally get underway, grip was mixed because everybody started on the full wets. And then first incident, Sergio Perez, coming into the stadium section, lost control of his car, slammed into the wall, tore his car very good. His day was done. I think that was the first of many safety cars. Then Daniel Ricciardo had a mechanical failure, as well as Lando Norris. Both their days were done, sadly. That's really a shame because we're going to explain about Renault's little issue coming up in the breaking stories. Then Charles Leclerc, coming into the penultimate corner, got loose. And because of how wet the track was, he couldn't slow down. He slapped in the tire wall. That brought out a safety car. And if you think the Lewis Hamilton winning the race and F1 is rigged, in the words of Nathan Orman, was going to happen, Mother Nature had another bag of tricks up her sleeve. Because Lewis Hamilton, when the safety car came out, did the exact same thing as Charles Leclerc, hit the wall, broke his front wing, then illegally came on the pit road illegally. He had a 50-second pit stop, which the team was unaware he was coming in, and they went from softs to intermediates, but it took 50 seconds to get the front wing, to change tires, etc. Plus, you had a crowded cars in the pit lane. So talk about the race really got interesting. Then after the safety car, Nico Hülkenberg, while running P3, ran a little bit wide, slid off, hit the barrier on the last corner, brought out another safety car. Yeah, this race was filled of attrition, if you ask me. Wait, it gets better. Lewis Hamilton also spun going into one, almost hit the wall on slick tires. He really just had so many problems in that race. I was kind of shocked about it. Then Valtteri Bottas running in the points when Hamilton was struggling. Hamilton actually got a 5-second penalty for also going too slow under one of the safety cars and also coming in illegally in the pit lane. And who's here? Hey, Cody.
We were doing this early.
Yeah, anyway. Then Valtteri Bottas hit a slick spot going into one, spun, slammed into the tire wall, damaged the left front suspension. His day was done. Then Pierre Gasly, after the restart, ran in the back of Alex Albon. Albon continued on, whereas Gasly didn't, which Gasly's front wing was shoved underneath the car and ruined the car. He went straight off the track. His day was done. I mean, the rest of that race, it was just trying to manage. And at the end of the day, if you thought Lewis Hamilton won, you were wrong. Max Verstappen came out of nowhere and shocks everybody, and Max Verstappen wins a chaotic, wet-filled, crazy German Grand Prix. After the race, however, Kimi Räikkönen and Antonio Giovinazzi, after the race, were slapped with a 30-second penalty for illegal parts that were found on the car in Parc Fermé. So, yeah, that's a shocker there, if you ask me. So the top 10 results, after all the penalties and all that good stuff, was this. Max Verstappen, the winner. Sebastian Vettel gets driver today. He finishes in second, even though it was given to Verstappen. It should be Vettel. Danny Kvyat for Toro Rosso gets their first podium since, ironically enough, the person that finished second that won the Italian Grand Prix in 2008. Toro Rosso gets their second podium in F1 and third. Lance Stroll, one of his best finishes of the season, in fourth. Carlos Sainz, fifth. Alex Albon makes it a double points event for Toro Rosso. The Haas boys, after what happened at Silverstone, they come away with points in seventh and eighth. Lewis Hamilton, I believe this is his worst finish of the season, in ninth. And because of all the Alfa Romeo penalties, Robert Kubica gets Williams their first points of the season and finishes in 10th place. Good runs as well for George Russell in 11th. Almost made it a double points event in that. Yeah, that's how crazy that race was, if you ask me. Then we went to the IndyCar race at Mid-Ohio, which the race went caution-free, surprisingly, but what'd you do, Taylor? What? Did you just spill milk all over Josie's computer? I will accept that. Marcus Ericsson had contact on the beginning of the race, which I don't know what he made contact with, but unfortunately his day was done, sadly enough. Let me see. We had James Hinchcliffe got a post-race fine for a pit safety infraction. So did Takuma Sato, who ran off the track. Race was really calm, really crazy. But at the end of the day, it was Scott Dixon who took home the victory at Mid-Ohio. So the top 10 results for the IndyCar Series were as follows. Scott Dixon, the winner. Felix Rosenqvist, second. Ryan Hunter-Reay, third. Will Power, fourth. Alexander Rossi, fifth. Simon Pagenaud, sixth. Spencer Pickett, seventh. Colton Herta, eighth. Graham Rahal, ninth. And Jack Harvey completed the top 10. Let me give you the top 10 results for the V8 Supercars. Race 1, or race, I think was it 19, I want to say? Jamie Whincup snaps his losing drought in the victory. Congratulations to him. Will Davidson second, Chaz Monster third, Scotty McLaughlin fourth, Shane Van Gisberg fifth, Cameron Waters sixth, Lee Holsworth seventh, Nick Paracat eighth, David Reynolds ninth, and Fabian Coulthard complete the top 10. The top 10 results for the Sunday race was Scotty Mack the winner, which means Ford clinches the manufacturer's title this early in the season, shockingly. We still haven't even gotten to the Enduros yet. That's the surprise part. Shane Van Gisberg second, Chaz Mustard third, Jamie Wincup fourth, Will Davidson fifth, Cameron Waters sixth, Andre Him Gardner seventh, Rick Kelly eighth, Nick Paracat ninth, and Mark Winterbottom, aka Frosty, completes the top 10. That's really crazy if you ask me. Wait, who joined? Okay. You know where I got that Frosty from? Take a guess who?
Sonic.
No. Fitzy. I got it from Fitzy because Fitzy calls him Frosty, so. Moving over to the Truck Series, which I did watch that race before I had to go to work. Whoop whoop me. Right out of the gate, Stuart Friesen clipped the apron, got loose, spun, unfortunately took Anthony Alfredo, which means there's no Alfredo on the dinner table tonight. Both their days came to an end, so that's very unfortunate for them. Stage 1 was won by Ross Chastain. Then Austin Hill unfortunately had to go to the garage because of a broken clutch. That's a tough break for Austin Hill, but good news is he's already locked into the playoffs as far as that's concerned. Nothing really happened in Stage 2. Harrison Burton won Stage 2. Stage 3 was just playing the fuel strategy right, trying to make sure you get it right. And at the end of the day, it was Ross Chastain who picked up the victory at Pocono, and I said this on the weekly show last week. I said Ross Chastain might have an advantage over all the other truck drivers at Pocono because he ran the Xfinity race. Guess what? It paid off big time, if you ask me. So the top 10 results for the Xfinity Series, or Truck Series. We'll get to Xfinity in a second. I'm derping. Yeah. Sorry, my son is trying to play Bang Bang with Go Ford's girlfriend. And Cody's like, you know what? I will accept that.
Yeah,
so the top 10 results.
Daddy now has 9 dirt points.
Oh, Father World.
Yeah.
A dad point for Taylor. Anyway, the top 10 results for the Truck Series race, getting back on topic. Ross Chastain the winner. Tyler Ankrum backing up his win from Kentucky with a second place finish. Good job for Tyler. He automatically will be secured a spot into the playoffs. Harrison Burton third. He needs a win to get into the playoffs. Christian X, who interesting enough, won the ARCA race on Friday. He finishes in fourth. Brett Moffitt fifth. Matt Crafton sixth. Todd Gilliland seventh. Gilliland, I think, is definitely in a must-win situation. Crafton, ditto for him. Johnny Sauter eighth. Ben Rhodes ninth. And Grant Enfinger, who I think that might have just confirmed himself a spot in the playoffs, finishes in the top 10. Moving over to the Xfinity Series at Iowa Speedway for the U.S. Cellular Yeah. Oh, Joyland. Anyway, they ran their U.S. Cellular 250 the same day after the truck race. And I think we can all agree Iowa was a lot better than what it was in the spring, in the first time. First incident of the day, Austin Cindric. Apparently he and the 9 of Noah Gragson made some contact. Austin Cindric in the wall, looked like a right front tire down. Was it a right front tire down that he had, or what? On Austin Cindric. Okay, thank you for confirming that, because I didn't know if he, I don't know if he went head on or had a tire down, but thanks for confirming that. His day was, good job, Voiles. This is what happens when you, okay, Voiles, quit derping on Blue Junior's sauce head for Cody Goforth. And Cody's like, you know what? That is accepted. So, yeah. Stage 1, in fact, both stages were won by Christopher Bell. Then Riley Herbst got underneath another car, got loose, spun, got drilled in the rear by Jeremy Clements. The kicker was that Herbst continued on, whereas Jeremy Clements didn't, and Clements' day unfortunately came to an end, and he had to go to the medical center because of the NASCAR protocol. Then the 52 of David Starr, more on him later on, got loose, slapped the outside wall. Then Cole Custer, strangely, also got loose. He hit the wall. It was, I think, I heard from the TV people when I watched the highlights. They said that they think something broke on the car, like a rear suspension on the car, because that's kind of weird to see a car go in the corner, get loose like that, and slam the wall without something breaking on the car. Because it couldn't be a tire. Probably either the suspension or the rear end housing came loose, smacked the wall. I mean, regardless of the fact he was done for the day, that is a tough break for Cole Custer, but he's got wins that will save him in the playoffs, so he can definitely afford a bad result. Then Michael Annett got loose coming off turn number 2. He spun all the way down the track, didn't hit anything, surprisingly. We had fluid on the track. That brought out the last yellow flag, and it came down to a great battle between Chase Briscoe and Christopher Bell, and Chase Briscoe prevails and snaps the winning streak of the Big Three. So Chase Briscoe gets I believe this is his first win of the season, and has guaranteed him a spot into the round of 12 via the playoffs. So the top 10 results for the Xfinity Series from Iowa is the following. Chase Briscoe, the winner. Christopher Bell, unfortunately, will settle for second, but I think Bell is glad he's got a lot more playoff points going his way. John Hunter Nemechek, third. He needs a win to get in the playoffs. Noah Gragson, fourth. Tyler Reddick, fifth. Justin Allgaier, sixth. How about Shane Lee? That is, I believe, Shane Lee's best finish with that new team since they started up, ironically enough, at the track we were at. They get the first top 10 ever in 7th. Justin Haley, 8th. Zane Smith, 9th. And Michael Annett round out the top 10. Shout-outs to Greg Galding, Josh Williams, Stephen Light. Ryan Vargas, even though he was a lap down, he kept the fenders on the car so far. Also, I want to mention for the Truck Series a few shout-outs here. Anthony Machovic got 12th. Jordan Anderson got 13th. In fact, Jordan Anderson got stage points. Good job for him. Good runs for Gus Dean, Natalie Decker, who's not racing at Eldorus, thankfully. Austin Wayne Self got 15th, and Mason Massley 17th. Then we went to the Cup race at Pocono. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see the race, but I did watch the highlights, so I'm going to break down what happened. Nothing happened in Stage 1. That's what happened in Stage 1. The Candyman, Skittles Lady, Sex Man, Kyle Busch won Stage 1. The first actual incident, yes, accept it. Orman will approve. The first actual incident was Chase Elliott cut a tire down, slammed in the turn 3 wall, which unfortunately his day was done. Then we had a little pre-sip that brought out the yellow, but it was a little shower. It moved away, so that's the good news there. Then contact between Daniel Suarez and Ryan Blaney coming out of the tunnel turn caused a tire rub. That means it cut the 12 car's tire down. He spun in turn 3. Didn't get a lot of damage in that incident, which is surprisingly. That also ended the stage. Jimmy Johnson, shockingly, wins stage number 2. More about Johnson when we get to the breaking news story. Then Ryan Preece going into turn 1, got up a little bit out of the got in the marbles, got loose, slammed the safer barrier like what we saw a number of times with Jimmy Johnson and Bubba Wallace at Pocono the last 2 years. The 53, Josh Palicki, he broke a dry shaft. His car came to a halt, which brought out the yellow. Then we had the craziest incident. Kurt Busch Ricky Stenhouse Jr. came flying up there like a bull in a china shop and said, hey, I need to wreck Kurt Busch for no apparent reason, which he did. And unfortunately, it collected Michael McDowell, which that's very unfortunate for Michael McDowell. So, yeah, talk about 17 needs to stop driving fast enough up his rear end, if you ask me. The race went into overtime. It came down to a great battle, and at the end of the day, it was Denny Hamlin who came out on top and wins at Pocono Raceway. And NASCAR officials were jumping up and down in happiness as a result, which they've been disqualified for cheering for Toyota all season. So the top 10 results for the Cup Series is as follows. Denny Hamlin, the winner. Eric Jones, second. Martin Truex Jr., third. William Byron, fourth. Kyle Larson, fifth. Kevin Harvick, sixth. Daniel Hemrick, I believe that is his best career finish, in seventh. Brad Keselowski, eighth. Kyle Busch, ninth. And Ryan Blaney completed the top 10. And I believe that's it. So now I turn to the panelists, and I ask you this great question, and that is, what were your thoughts on Pocono, Iowa, Queensland, Germany, and Mid-Ohio? Spa was, I'm not going to go over Spa, because I know Spa was pretty good, but your thoughts on the weekend. Let's start with Nathan Orman.
It was amazing. A lot of great racing. And I hope next weekend it's going to be the same. Can't wait for next weekend. And last weekend was...
Alright, Zachary Taylor, your thoughts on this weekend we saw so far?
Oh, wow. It was a pretty wild and interesting weekend, and no doubt we saw some pretty entertaining racing happen, and when you were doing the recap, you were talking about some of the underdogs finishing up there towards the top 10 and the top 15 and stuff, and that was pretty cool to see that happen too. And it was a pretty wild weekend. And one more thing I will say before I let Cody give his thoughts. Cody's been ejected for practice. That's protested.
Also, something I want to point out, Taylor, is that some of the drivers in the F1 results, when I was going through the top 10 results, you don't normally see running for the lead. I mean, Lance Stroll, Force India, was in the lead of the Grand Prix. Who would have thought that was going to be possible? Who would have thought Danny Kvyat could get a podium after Mercedes' blunder? Who would have thought, Alex Albon getting 6, almost a top 5 for Toro Rosso. I mean, that really just goes to show you why Germany, if this is the last German Grand Prix, it went out in a bang, if you ask me. I mean, you just didn't expect that, did you?
No, not really.
All right, Cody, it's your turn.
Oh, joy. Yeah, I think really good to see the trucks race, and that's where that got a bit controversial in that concern, because I wasn't able to find it on TV.
It was on Fox, if you're wondering.
Yeah, so I mean, I wasn't able to find it at all, so that's why things went a little weary there on me, so I wasn't able to see the trucks race at all. But I did hear a couple of people finishing, yet again, unrealistically. I do not get why they're getting more and more unrealistic about their finishes. I swear. And I'll get to suspicion on drivers in a minute that don't win all the time. Xfinity Series was kind of boring for the most part. I do not know how Chase Briscoe managed to win the race. I wonder if Christopher Bell was told to slow it.
You know what, Cody? I will accept that.
And then the Cup race, I don't know if I paid attention to all of it. But from what I heard, it was interesting. And then I guess I almost thought they were going to go to overtime and then Kyle Busch would win it. But no, they all somehow managed to stay on pit road and not run out of fuel. So that's innovation for you.
Wait, did you say feel?
Nope.
Okay, I thought you. Okay, I was getting ready to say. I thought you said fuel. Feel like. What is feel? I know what fuel is, but feel? Okay, that's a weird word. By the way, Cody, whatever you do not look at what I did to Josie in the Norlo roasting chat.
I'll look in a minute, but
Taylor's gonna look and start laughing.
Anyway, so the Benedetto is a topic I'm gonna go over later. So yeah, basically speaking, the races, at least they're a little more exciting than the previous weeks. And hopefully this will be even more exciting. Because we're expected to have some good runs that they keep on spending all the time. Willow Springs, why do you make my car spin all the time?
Yeah.
That's stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Referring to my game, by the way.
Oh. Well, that answers that question. Alright. Taylor's laughing his butt off and he's gonna say, Josie accepted. Taylor better not look at the Norlo roasting chat what I just did to Josie.
I saw what you did to Josie.
I know, because Taylor was like, whatever you do, don't look at what I did to you in the Norlo roasting chat.
By the way, the Marlins and D-backs, I'm going to go ahead and quickly mention this. They are now added to the list of teams that have caused a bench clear, and their fans have been ejected for fighting in the stands.
How many teams have been fighting this season?
For bench clear, Marlins and D-backs just most recently became the next teams that just got involved in the fight club.
Rule number 1, don't talk about Fight Club. Rule number 2, don't talk about Fight Club.
Rule number 3, don't talk about Josie having sex with Fight Club women. You know what, Danny? I will accept that, said Cody. Alright, let's get into the breaking stories. There is breaking news that just happened, you guys might want to hear. And this is regarding about Renault for some reason. Okay, here we go. Renault's truck had an accident en route to Hungary. This happened like after they left because of after both cars retired. The team truck was involved in an accident on the M1 in Hungary near Gore. The driver, who was driving with the respected regulations, is conscious. He was taken to a hospital for further checks. No other vehicles were involved, so hopefully, yeah, not the way you want to have the weekend. To make matters worse for Renault, if I can go back up here and scroll up, by the way, I blame Josie for streaking naked in the win for the Red Sox, and Josie accepted. You know what, Danny? I will accept that, said Cody. So, Alan Prost is going to be now the CEO of Renault after CEO Thierry Bolloré stepped down from the board of the team. That's a big shocker. So they appointed him a director. Not sure why the CEO of Renault stepped down, but we'll get more information as far as that is concerned. Now, next thing I need to bring up is that there's been some rumors that Valtteri Bottas' ride at Mercedes is not safe. Your guys' reaction to that little news? I'll start with Nathan Orman.
That's shocking, and Bottas does again a lot for Mercedes, and he'll be a free agent.
Yeah, where he would go remains to be seen. Zachary Taylor, your reaction to Bottas possibly without a ride after this season from Mercedes.
Or mate.
What'd you do?
Anyway.
I got triggered when I...
Oh, I see that. Accept it. Okay, go ahead, Taylor.
Well, I mean, it is a little bit of a surprise. You know, and if he does wind up getting
Nick and Taylor.
Continue, Taylor.
Alright, what did you guys do officially? Oh my god. So Max Taylor.
No, you guys tied. But Cody, you did accept Josie and the one about Taylor.
Yes. Taylor. Trigger.
That's it, Army.
Oh. Oh, joy.
Army does. He better not look at the roasting chat.
Accepted.
If you guys did.
I didn't do it. Okay, continue, Taylor. Continue.
But he'll be
Not accepted,
it'll be interesting to see what team he actually does go to. If he does wind up getting released, and how well he'll do with his new team, and who's going to replace him.
Yeah. What about you, Cody? Your reaction to possibly Bottas not getting a ride for next season in F1 for Mercedes?
He wrecked once. So, I don't know why they would tell Bottas, hey, you wrecked once, we're threatening to release you. Come on, Mercedes. It's called the 3-strike system, not the 2-strike system. Thank you very much.
Unless there's something that they know that we don't.
Yeah, I'm basically roasting Mercedes at the moment. Unless Hamilton's like, I don't like my teammate. I want a different teammate who will not win in any race, and I will win 100% of the races.
Cody better not look at what Orman just did in the Norla roasting chat.
I'm pretty sure he smacked me. Orman!
You worse it.
Ormy, accept. I accept it. Anyway.
Let
Let me check. No, you did not. No, you did not.
No.
It's not accepted on the roasting.
I said not accepted as you were saying accepted, Cody, so we tied.
But in the chat, I beat you.
Yeah, because you never said not accepted. So too late, Orman. You accepted it.
Yeah, voice chat, we tied. So in the voice chat, we tied up Taylor's wife. Accepted. Okay, anyway, back on topic. So, Mercedes is being too strict about their freaking drivers. And if you take a look at a few years ago when, say, Lewis Hamilton was under pressure or just losing his ride at the start of the season, this was after he had multiple DNFs. Bottas gets his first DNF of the season, they threaten to fire him. What the heck, Mercedes? For God's sakes. They're the psychopath motorsports of F1. That's what I'm going to say. They're the psychopath motorsports of F1. But where Bottas would go to say if they went to psychopaths like Bottas? Well, number one scenario would probably be Red Bull. Because who wants to make a bet that Max Verstappen is going to go into Mercedes next season due to his couple of wins?
Probably. Well, probably. I don't think Max wants to leave Red Bull because I think he's going to be back with Red Bull. I don't think that's going to happen. But you know, the other issue is that they said there has been rumors George Russell would replace Bottas, but that rumor was shot down because Russell has a multi-year extension with Williams. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens, if you know what I mean.
Why in the world would George Russell go to Mercedes? No, I see Charles Leclerc going to Mercedes, not George Russell. Good Lord.
Charles Leclerc is going to stay with Ferrari.
More carefully.
So, yeah. Next topic. Wait, what?
think Charles Leclerc stays with Ferrari for another season.
Yeah, I think he's done well, if you ask me.
Oops for me then. lot of dirt. So the next person in line might as well be Lando Norris.
Yeah, but well, Lando Norris is already re-signed for next season, so we don't know who it will be, but we'll just wait and see what happens. Next topic: Spencer Boyd, driver of the number 20 Silverado for Young's Motorsports in the Truck Series, will not race this Thursday, nor other, and probably more races due to a sore back. So Landon Hoffman will actually take over the driving duties of the 20 truck, and then we don't know who will be in that truck for Michigan. So we'll just have to keep an eyes as far as that little situation is concerned.
The 20 truck is not going to be driven by Nick and Taylor. Accept it.
Accept it.
Okay, the part about me being naked is not accepted, but the part about me driving the truck is accepted.
Okay, let me make sure. I think that's all the top story news. Oh, actually, there's not. There's a little controversy in the V8 supercars. You might want to hear this, and you guys are gonna be like, "What the?" Yeah, when you hear about this. Oh, Joyland.
Taylor.
Not accepted.
Let me check. Let's listen to this little story. DGR Team Penske is selling copies of the Ford Mustang poster that landed Scott McLaughlin with a $10,000 fine, with proceedings going into Children's Cancer Charity Camp Quality. I don't agree with that. Plus, he was also fined $3,000 for a post-race burnout, which I think that's kind of stupid, if you ask me. Let the driver celebrate a win, okay? Okay. V8 Supercar officials were ejected for making sure they ruined the sport, and they accepted. And Cody approved.
Monkey World.
Cheese World.
Pizza World.
Danny becoming Santa Claus.
Not accepted. Some Max Cody. Cody accepted. Scott McLaughlin says his DGR Team Penske crew were acting like NASCAR spotters during his 10-year showdown with SVG at Queensland Raceway. Interesting. Let's look at some paint schemes since we are on the track. Did you guys all see the paint scheme for okay, we all saw the Chase Elliott one. Did Cody see the 38 truck?
38 for what?
The truck series? I want to send you a couple of photos. This is from the Victory in Jesus chat I found this on.
Victory and Jesus chat. Little Kip Shearer, stop being triggered and let me in.
Wait for it. Cody's gonna say ooh in about 3 seconds.
His Cap Shearer will be ejected for getting triggered.
That 45, the 38 truck really looks nice. Same with the 45. Chase Elliott's scheme, we can all agree, looked nice. Yes. Yep, Taylor stole Cody's line. Gosh dang it. Oh, I want to mention about the 38.
No. It's actually my line that Cody ripped off from.
Taylor got ejected for triggerness. Taylor accepted. I want to mention something. The 38 team, that is a Jordan Anderson Racing and Nice Motorsports affiliation for that 38 spot. Because you see all of Jordan Anderson's associate sponsors on that truck. When you're looking at 38, yeah. Like Lucas Oil, Bomanito, etc. So. By the way, Cody, the 45 truck, that is actually a throwback, if you did not hear that. What throwback, you ask? It is a It is a Jack Hewitt throwback on the 45. Really looks nice. I really hope they bring it for, like, Canadian Tire. That throwback, because I really like that throwback, if you ask me.
Yeah.
By the way, Taylor, figures on what you're drinking.
That's what she said when Taylor pulled his pants down.
Accepted.
Now, what were you saying, Boyles?
I said figures on what you're drinking, Taylor. Oh my god, there's a penguin on the truck. Guys, there's a super penguin on the truck. On that 45 truck. If you look at the paint scheme carefully, there's a penguin on the truck. Oh, good lord. Since when do you see a penguin on a NASCAR vehicle? Never.
Wait till you go to the NRFSOL Turkey Hill Truck Series. There's going to be an emu on the truck. Brought to you by Norlo Racing. Trying to promote my freaking league, for God's sakes.
Yeah, please don't forget to support Cody Smart's new league. If you don't, you'll be Norlatized.
Oh, you know what, Danny? I will accept that.
Taylor will accept what I just did to Josie in the Norlo roasting chat. Accepted, said Cody.
Yes, I will accept the Josie.
Yeah, the Josie one I roasted. Oh, Cliff Daniels takes over as crew chief for the number 48 Hedrick Motorsports. Good move, bad move. Let's start with Cody Smart. Good move, bad move on the crew chief change for the 48.
Good move, bad move, or
good move or bad move on switching crew chiefs for the 48.
That's a very good question. Regarding that been mechanical issues lately in the 48, and despite the fact that this is the third crew chief that Jimmy Johnson has in a few years, I'm going to say that would be, I don't know, this is a very interesting topic to talk about, because this is the team engineer that goes over to crew chief, so he may know a thing or two about these cars. But regarding that, Kevin Mendering isn't really an team engineer at all. I don't have much experience of it. I will say not the crew chief connection, but because of the team organization, that it is indeed a bad move.
Yep. Zachary Taylor, good move or bad move on switching crew chiefs for the 48?
Well, I'm going to kind of say 50-50 on this. I think we'll just have to wait a few races and see how Jimmy performs with his new crew chief. Jimmy's been having an up and down year, so we'll see how the new crew chief changes things for the 48 team.
What the heck is going on, Kev Shears, in the Victory in Jesus chat with Fat Finger Sucks? A dap point for Taylor.
Accepted.
Orman, good move or bad move on Orman on the crew chief change of the 48?
Good move, because Jimmy Johnson was struggling with Kevin Mendering, and I think that with the crew chief change, they'll be making Jimmy Johnson's season.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how it goes, Dad, if you ask me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I yawned.
We want to thank Danny for that nice
Oh, before we get further on, Taylor, I want to tell you something. Last night when I was getting dinner, I actually got an extra sandwich for some apparent reason. Like, what is this? Free sandwich for the blue hedgehog? I'll take that. So last night, my honey barbecue chicken strip sandwich meal at Whataburger was good, and no, I didn't share. And my honey chicken biscuit that I had this morning from Whataburger was good. That came with my dinner last night, and I didn't share that either.
Joel?
×2.
Every time you
Eat or drink, you never share with me. So I must smack a Josie with figures.
That is fucking my song, you surfing grandpa!
Well, now you can rape Josie for stealing your song.
Planet Monkey World.
Peanut sauce lady.
Yeah.
Adapt point! Yay, we got adapt point for Taylor.
Oh, Monkey Planet.
Alright, do we have any, I don't want to do any sports. We have some NR paint schemes, we had. Nathan Orm and I both released our NR 2003 paint scheme from our different series. I'll need Orman to put his paint scheme in the chat. But did you guys see my paint scheme for the Samsung Cup series? I'm gonna show this to Cody Smart.
I'm about to do a Nürburgring Dodge Chef race here in minutes. The duel right now. It's in Super Formula 2. We're both racing Formula 1 cars. So this is about to get interesting.
What'd you think about the? You like the paint scheme, Taylor?
God, man, I screwed up even before the start of the course. Why? Did you say that Josie screwed up your childhood life? Is that what you just said, Cody? You know what? That is accepted.
Yeah.
Every time Cody plays his game.
Not accepted. Not accepted.
Yeah, man.
You just
It actually goes like this. Every time Taylor gets roasted, he gets triggered. Accepted.
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 Dadgummit, we tied up Danny's.
Not accepted. What the in the Victory in Jesus chat?
That's a 2-word phrase point for Danny. Once I write
Oh,
it down, which
Joyland.
now because I'm in the middle of the race.
This pleases the nut. What the heck in the Victory in Jesus chat, Kevin Shearer?
Every time.
Taylor's gonna go,
Every
what
time he
the?
gets triggered. Accepted.
Anyway. Oh, Joyland. Alright. So, I think that's all the stuff we have to discuss about, if you ask me. So, you know what it's time for?
And our announcements.
We already did. Yeah, go ahead and do the NR announcements, and then we can start looking ahead.
Hallelujah. So the logo contest ends in about a week now, and I've only got one freaking entry, and it's not on YouTube. So what's going to happen is me, and hopefully Orman can help me out as well here, will take a look at all the entries that have been sent, and hopefully we pick a winner. Remember, winner gets reserved for the 2019 World Championships featured by Mountain Dew, and sign-ups will be next week, hopefully. And we're looking for 20 drivers, so chances are it's not going to be cancels as opposed to Orman's last attempt on sign-ups. So I'm pretty confident that we'll get things started in about a week or two. First Grand Prix Australia, remember? Calder Park, because we did test out a couple tracks and Calder Park turned out to be the best. Our first race of the season, our only oval race of the season at Calder Park. And hopefully we'll get to see all you guys here for the grand opening.
Oh, yeah.
Cody's thinking. Accepted.
Any other announcements, Cody, or you good?
I'm still looking for people to run a couple series of mine going into 2020. So you have a lot of time to think about this, but some people are getting to work on some of the other series. We have one person who was preparing to run one of the series that requires the 2022 Cup Fantasy car set. So hopefully we'll get that in the way pretty soon with him as well, and hopefully things work out. So if you're interested in running the series, I do have some in store. In 2020, I'm hoping to do series like the Liberty Mutual Cup Series, McDonald's National Series, Auto Trader Truck Series, Those 3 are mainly still available. If you're still interested in the Verizon Pro Series or Home Depot Elimination Series, please let me know, and we can get you set up for there. And by the way, something I want to mention. Despite of me and Orman taking over virtually anything, do not worry about it. You're basically at the authority of your own series no matter what. So just assume I'm not in control of anything at all. I just provide you the info, you just help me out, that's it.
Alright. We're definitely looking forward to a,
Naked. I think that's it, Taylor.
Guess we're looking forward to a good race good NR news, if you ask me. So,
oh yeah.
With that all said, now that we got Cody's new league out of the way, unlike last week where we became the derping grandpa, let's look ahead. We have only one global race, so that's good news for us. We have Hungary for F1. We have Eldora and Watkins Glen, our second road course for the Cup Series, first for the Xfinity Series. So let's kick it off with our look ahead. First, let's start with Hungary. So we're going from Germany, from the Hockenheim Ring to the Hungaroring. This is our last race until the summer break. Now, Hungary has a tendency of being either good, being either bad, or could be a combination of the two. Let me look at the weather report from Budapest. So I can give you guys a... Budapest, it is going to rain Friday and Saturday, and they expect the race to be dry on Sunday. So free tire choice is critical for the race. So with that said, what do you guys think we could see at Hungary after looking at Friday and Saturday are going to be monsoon conditions? Do you think it's going to be the same way as we saw at Germany, but this time with the field being bunched up as it is? Or do you think it's going to be a lot different after qualifying with a chance of possibly a dry race on Sunday? What do you guys think? Let's start with Zachary Taylor.
I think we'll see a good race for F1. Weather could be a little bit of a factor, but we'll have to see on that. But we'll have to see what happens for the F1 race. But yeah, I think we'll see some good racing happen, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Nathan Orman.
I'm gonna say free tire choice may play a key factor. I can't wait to find out how the cars do.
All right, Cody.
Naked.
I think Cody's staring off into dreamland. I think Cody was staring off into dreamland. It's going to be interesting to see how that race is going to play out, if you ask me, is what Cody's going to say. I think it's also going to be the same way for me. So, moving over to Eldora. We go from Pocono Raceway, the Tricky Triangle, to the dirt track, the only dirt track on the calendar. Now, we talked about Eldora, and for those of you that remember from this show, we always talk about Eldora is one of those crown jewel events, almost like the 600. So do you guys think we're still going to see some good racing at Eldora after what we've seen from the previous is it 5? Yeah. After 5 years, do you guys think we're going to see great racing again for the 6th annual Dirt Derby at Eldora?
Obviously Eldora is different than what the trucks usually do, but Eldora has no doubt been interesting. So Eldora, I think, will be good and be an interesting race, no doubt.
All right, Nathan Orman.
Eldora's gonna be great.
Cool.
Saying like 5 years, great racing, and it'll be cool.
All right, and for Cody.
I mean, roll course racing tends to be fun. Hopefully, it will not be follow the leader all the time. So I'm praying that that does not even occur. So while I am at the fast tracks at Nürburgring, as I am going a little too wide on some turns, luckily no wrecking yet. So other than that, I mean, the races I think are going to be good. Eldora tends to be a good time. I don't think there's going to be much follow the leader Eldora as opposed to Watkins Glen. So let's hope Watkins Glen is actually fun, because we got a bunch of cup regulars this week.
Yep. And what do you, and Taylor and Orman, you're, and Taylor. All right, and Taylor and Orman, what do you guys think we'll see at Watkins Glen? You know, we still have the fresh pavement, you know, fuel mileage last year, what got Chase Elliott the win. You think we could still see that fuel mileage going into Watkins Glen?
Well, no doubt. I think fuel mileage is going to be key at Watkins Glen, no doubt. You know, Watkins Glen has some pretty interesting things happen, and throughout the years, it's had some pretty good finishes and stuff. So, you know, Watkins Glen's been interesting race for the most part previously. So, let's see how it goes. And never know what will happen at Watkins Glen.
Yeah. Here's my keys to the race for Road America, since IMSA is going to be racing. What I said this when I was at Road America. You know, the first thing we always talk about at Road America: stay off the curves, because you could have. Because here's the deal: the road courses, you could have mechanical problems a lot of times, and we saw it when I was there when we had, you know, the gearbox issue on the Mach Lola. We saw it on the MX, on the GT car. You got to stay off the curves, and we know mechanical problems is going to be important. You know, another thing that needs to be important about IMSA: stay on course, because you don't know how this could be. Either this could help or hurt your championship hopes as far as that's concerned. The last thing I always love talking about: take care of the brakes. Remember what happened in 2011 when Gunter, I forgot what his last name was, came into turn 1 with no brakes. His brakes went to the floor. He cleared the gravel trap, climbed over the tire wall and the catch fence, and landed on the other side of the track. You got to take care of the brakes. If you don't, your race is pretty much over. The drivers that can take care of all that, plus play the fuel mileage and all that, are the guys that will win the race for IMSA. So, yeah. Alright, with that all said and done, folks, let's get into our predictions. We made it, boys. Predictions are presented by Courtyard by Marriott. If you guys are new to this show and you don't know how our predictions go, it goes like this: driver to win, driver to stay away from, driver that is the dark horse. 1 point apiece for every category. So let's give you the prediction standings presented by Heartland Flyer, celebrating 20 years of service in Oklahoma. So coming into the going into this weekend at Hungary, since it is the only race on the calendar. I've double-checked that, unless Orman wants to confirm that. Orman still has the point lead. It was 15 points going in to last week. It's now down to 12 over Cody Smart. He is at 146 points in second. Zachary Taylor is in third with 139 points back. 19 points back of Orman. I'm still in fourth place, 54 points back, still trying to make a push, a late push. I have 104 points in the books. Cody Goforth is 5th with 73 points in the books. And then everybody else we already know is already out. David Heller 6th with 4. Derek Hamill with 3. And Kyle Langland with 8. However, for the NASCAR standings, which we also need to address something about a new panelist, which we'll get to in a second. Cody Smart. Let me ask Q-Man if he wants to go ahead and make predictions. Let me remind Q-Man. Okay. Cody Smart continues to keep the point lead. He owns an 11-point lead over Nathan Orman, who is 2nd with 59 points in the books, heading into the Watkins Glen Eldora weekend. I'm in 3rd place. I've closed up the gap with 57 points in the books, but don't look now. Zachary Taylor is still hot on my tail. He is in 4th with 56 points in the books. Kyle Langland is 5th with 43 points in the books. David Heller is 6th with 31 points in the books. Cody Goforth is 7th with 29 points in the books. Derek Hamill is 8th with 15 points in the books. And Ty Dent is 9th with 8 points in the books. And Quentin Moore, who just recently got added to the NASCAR standings, he will start with 8 points as well, so he is now in a tie with Ty Dent. But I'm pretty sure Q-Man will leapfrog over Q-Man. Or leapfrog over Ty Dent, excuse me. Yes, Orman?
It has been confirmed that Hungary is the only race for the
okay.
global standings.
Alright, you know what? We're just going to get the global picks out of the way if you don't mind, boys. First one to make their global... Yeah, we're going to do the global standings, and then we're going to do... And we want to thank Taylor for that nice motivational belch. Oh! Ooh, Q-Man's got some good picks. Alright, first one to make their global predictions... Nathan Orman. Nathan Orman, would you like to tee off the global standings, my friend? We're gonna only do F1. So F1 will go first, and then we can start the NASCAR picks. All right, Orman, kick it off. Whoa! Shots fired. I like that pick. That's okay. Go ahead, Taylor. Orman.
It's Antonio Giovinazzi.
Antonio Giovinazzi. Your dark horse.
Dark horse. Kvyat.
Danny Kvyat, right? All right, next one up, Zachary Taylor. Remember, we're only doing F1 just to get it out of the way. Then we can start the NASCAR picks. What did you do, Cody? There's no double points. We're back to only one race at Brands Hatch, Cody. So we're back to only one race for Brands Hatch, which I'll go over. Okay, Taylor, go ahead for F1. We're only doing Hungary first, just to get it out of the way, and then we can do the Eldora.
Alrighty. My driver to stay away from is going to be Kimi Räikkönen.
Alright, give me 1 second.
That's what she said. Cody full stance.
Alright. Hang on a second. Let me get... Kimi... Alright, Kimi Räikkönen, I got that. Okay, dark horse.
My dark horse? I'm going to take Albon as the dark horse.
Alex Albon. Ooh. And your driver to win.
My driver to win. You know what? I am going to
Wow.
And I think Haas never won before.
Haas has never won ever since they entered F1, Cody.
Yeah.
All right, Cody, you're next for the F1.
Okay, so this might come to be pretty obvious. Driver to win, Lewis Hamilton.
Yeah, but every time...
Ready to accept Max Verstappen yet.
By the way, every time you say Lewis Hamilton, one of two things happens. Either Cody is wrong, or it does happen. I'm just going to throw that out as a little reminder.
I'm not ready to accept Verstappen yet. Driver to stay away from, you know, my boy has been good on driver to stay away from lately, so what do? If it's not broke, don't fix it. Robert Kubica is driver to stay away from.
Robert Kubica.
Yeah.
Alright.
And then my dark horse, this is going to be a little interesting. I almost want to say Max Verstappen, but I know at times he wrecked. So, because of that fact, I am going to give him one last chance for that one. Dark horse, I'm going to say Charles Leclerc as the dark horse. I think he's going to get a win soon.
Yeah, he's going to bounce back. I think we can all agree he's going to bounce back, if you ask me. Alright, so before I get to my F1 picks, let me tell you what Goforth has said for his prediction. For Hungary, he said Lewis Hamilton will be the driver to win, Daniel Ricciardo is the driver to stay away from, and Sebastian Vettel as the dark horse. Interesting. Alright, so here are my F1 predictions, if you want to hear this. So the driver I think is going to win. I could also agree with Cody that this person needs a bounce back performance. I'm going to say Valtteri Bottas is the driver to win. Driver to stay away from. I really just think it's just not been great for him. But Nico Hulkenberg is my driver to stay away from. I think that German Grand Prix disaster is going to carry over into Hungary. My dark horse, Sebastian Vettel. We have a derp alert in the weekly show messenger.
Uh-oh. Who do I need to give a derp point to?
Q, man. Who is Justin Allgaier? I know who Justin Allgaier is, but who's Justin Allgaier? Whatever it's called.
Allgaier. That's Allgaier.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What the heck was that?
I accidentally wrecked the Super Formula car.
Oh, good lord. Alright. Alright. Let me write your picks down, Orman, before I get out of hand. Orman, you derp. Orman, you derp. Jordan Anderson's on the entry list in the 3 truck, you derp. A derp alert for... I think the driver he's referring to, let me look at the entry list, he's referring to Carson Hulvar as the driver to stay away from, is what he's saying. Yeah.
How do you spell Carson's last name?
Here, I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah, Ormy still gets a dark point, which is
Yes.
hilarious.
C5. There you go. And also, I gotta go. See ya.
Alright, see ya. Also, Cody, you can add another dirt point for Orman. He misspelled Sieg again. Yep, he misspelled Sieg again. Alright, let me write down the predictions. Yep.
Bye guys.
Alright, see ya.
See ya, Ormond.
Come on, I need
I think Discord's just being a derping grandpa and just raping Orman.
Accepted.
Orman's off to the strip club, in the words of Taylor.
Accepted. Nathan Orman's going to the strip club. Oh yes he is. And Taylor's approving it. Oh yes.
Let me write down Orman's predictions before I forget, so that way it's done. I think Orman had to go take care of something.
Yeah, or going to the strip club so he can take care of his Barbie wife.
This for Bill.
More accurately, his Tinkerbell wife.
I'm gonna give you guys a. Hey Taylor, did you write your Xfinity picks down? Or actually. Oh yeah. CJ Briscoe. Okay, I'm giving Cody a chance to look at the entry list.
Okay, so for Aldora, oh crap, this one's gonna be a toss-up.
Kyle Busch.
This one's gonna be a total toss-up for Aldora.
Yeah, Eldora is gonna be.
Get this right.
Yeah, but good thing I give you a chance to look at it in a second because we're gonna send it to Taylor for his predictions for this weekend's events, and then I will read everybody else's predicts. Oh wait. Freeze. Think I made it. Oopsie. Hang on a second.
Oh no, Danny's about to get it through.
No, I'm fixing something, okay? Just
Danny is
not accepted, Taylor. Okay. Let me take care of that real quick.
Oh boy. Oh.
Alright. I was okay. That I actually fixed it. I fixed it. We're good. I fixed it, Taylor. We're good. Okay. Thanks, Orman, for clapping your butt cheeks. Orman clapped his butt. Yes, Orman did accept his butt cheek slap. Okay, Taylor, you're up for Trucks Xfinity Cup.
Alrighty. By the way, just a moment ago, I got back from the little concession stand. I had some really good blueberry bread. I know I did not share with you.
As usual.
As usual.
But, yeah, so in case you were wondering where I was for a minute. So if you're wondering why I disappeared.
Alright, let me get this. What I'm doing is I'm copying Q-Man's predictions for this weekend. So I'm gonna get that taken care of, if you ask me. I think Cody's gonna be happy when you hear about the picks that Cody's gonna be happy with what Q-Man said about the cup pick, but I'm not gonna spoil it until that happens.
Yeah, about. Or yeah, right now I'm looking at the truck.
Oh, whoops.
This one could be a toss-up. This one's gonna be a real toss-up.
All right.
And here's the next thing I'm gonna ask you, Voiles. So, do you know the format for this season's Eldora race? Because I know this. I know in order for a driver to count, they have to make the main event.
Well, here's the problem, though. There's not going to be an LCQ because there's all 30 because of 32 trucks.
There's 32 in here.
Yeah, there's 32 trucks, but what's the full field? 32. You see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, I know, but usually some more go home than usual, and then it's like 26, 28 in the
Yeah, it's 32, is what I was told by Brian in the Victory in Jesus chat. Nobody's going home is what I heard.
Okay.
So everybody's locked in. So that means the LCQ is going to be pointless because it's like... Because there's like 5 provisionals, if you ask me.
Yeah, there are. So, this is where life gets a little interesting on my picks. Because the winner can be a toss-up. Yeah, Bobby Pierce is not, but then you get other people who could win. Stuart Friesen being one of them. Chase Briscoe could steal another one from the truck regulars. Grant Enfinger's there. So for driver to win this week, I'm looking at two teams. I'm looking at Thorsport, and I'm looking at Thorsport, and I'm looking at Friesen's team. And how they have performed at Eldora lately has impressed me.
Oops.
And I don't think anybody else is going to come. But lately, the race has been dominated by Thorsport.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make this prediction. Driver to win with the aggressiveness that's coming up for these guys at Eldora before the playoffs. I think one is going to get the first win of the season. Briscoe, you can forget about it, buddy. Driver to win, Grant Enfinger.
Alright. And we'll let Cody kick off the NASCAR standings since we have the entry list.
Driver, stay away from. I'm going to have to look because right now I'm in the middle of a Nürburgring online race. So I might as well say my dark horse first just to get that out of the way. Between Friesen and Briscoe, that's a good question. Because one's been having problems lately, and one's just coming for a one-off and won before. So I'm going to lay my trust on Thorsport. I'm going to pick Chase Briscoe as the dark horse.
Chase Briscoe's the dark horse?
Yep.
And you're still debating on the stay away from. Okay.
Yeah, because I'll need to look at the entry list again because I'm in the middle of a race and it's not going to end in another 4 minutes. Dadgummit. So, yeah, this is one of the longest tracks we have. So, this just makes life very, very interesting. There, as I overshoot one of the corners, by the way.
Did you just say the five?
No, because it's a compound word, you derping grandpas.
I don't know. Taylor, what do you think? Would that get counted as a 5-letter word point?
No, it won't. It's a 9-letter word for starters. Look it up. I'm gonna...
Cody's been ejected for raging. Cody accepted.
Let the internet decide on this one. Taylor, is over that a 9-letter word?
Wait. Hold on. Let me Google this.
Yes, because that can help clarify one of the rules
I
in the
think
5-letter word.
I think it is a 9-letter word point.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it is.
So I technically don't get a 5-letter word point for that because that was with something else.
Oh, Haveline Steak Sauce World.
Yeet! Still only one 5-letter word point overall. Yes!
Cody's been ejected for excessive celebration. Cody accepted. I said it first.
No, oh, nope, we time.
Alright, go ahead, Cody.
Foreman at the strip club.
Accepted.
So, I'll have to turn back on my iPhone. I cannot pause because this is an online race. That's the next issue I want to mention. So, yeah, this is where things are going to get a little interesting. As I wrecked in one of the sharpest corners there they are in Nürburgring. And now it's going to be a close race between both F1 cars for the win. At least it's going to be fun now, and I'm going to have to be on my toes on the next third to half of this course. Driver to stay away from. It's hard because I don't know a lot of their names. So I have to take a look at the entry list again. And just remember, and again, it's going to be another 4 effing minutes. Well, now it's 2.5 minutes possibly, as I take care of this. As I lost the lead because I get off the road, and around goes him perfect, and I overshoot the corner.
There's a 9-letter word point for Cody Smart. Cody accepted.
There's no such thing.
Secretly is.
No, there's not. Quit stealing Elijah's line. But there's gotta be.
Well, Elijah hasn't even typed anything in the chat though, so. Okay, so while Cody's thinking about his driver to stay away from, I'm going to go ahead and get Taylor's Eldora picks out of the way.
Alrighty. My driver to stay away from... I'm going to say stay away from Harvey Boyle. Accepted.
Not accepted. Smacks Taylor accepted. Smacks Taylor accepted.
Accepted. Okay. My real driver to stay away from... I'm going to say stay away from Todd Gilroy.
That was actually my next choice, I could say. Well, I've been picking Ty Gillen in the Pit Stop Show, and it backfired. Dark Horse Taylor.
Alright, you know what? Dark Horse, I'm taking Colt Gilliam as a Dark Horse.
Oh. Let me make sure to spell.
Ability for a driver to stay away from for me.
Wait, you said who? Colton. Where is it?
He's in one of the. Don't remember. Let me look.
I'm looking at the intro list. Ooh, Devin Dotson. I've never heard of
He's
him.
in the 8 truck.
Oh, Tim Ward.
His
Alright, Colt.
beat me in the last corner.
So Colt.
I have no clue.
Okay, thank you, Taylor. Whoops.
He's in the Nimco truck.
Nemco truck. Okay, so Colt Gilliam, right? Is it Gilliam? Is that how you say it?
Yes.
Alright, your driver to win, Taylor.
Okay. Okay, you know what? I am going to say Justin Shipley is the driver.
What the heck? Oh my god.
So well.
You did not do what I think you just did. Even Cody's crapping his pants right now.
Yes, I just said Justin Shipley.
So wait, you said who was going to be your driver to stay away from, Cody?
Okay, now since things have basically wrapped up, hopefully he doesn't start another race on me. So out of all the cars there, you know what, I might as well pick Jennifer Joe Cobb as driver to stay away from.
Jennifer Joe Cobb?
Yeah, might as well.
World.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, so
I'm looking at some of these names. Okay, a little interesting. I want to throw this out. Only one driver is ineligible for points. Everybody else is eligible for points. Even the dirt regulars. Can you believe that? If you look at the entry list, there's only Chase Briscoe is the only driver that's ineligible. Everybody else is eligible for points in trucks. That's crazy. Alright, boys, Xfinity. One little note I need to mention to Cody and Taylor. I'll mention this to Orman. Alex Yance is now the crew chief for Justin Haley this weekend. If you look at the entry list. Are you kidding me right now?
accepted.
We got a Kyle Busch in the field.
Cody's name.
Accepted.
I said,
Tried. Taylor, you didn't.
Hey, Alex LeBay's back.
we tied up Danny's.
Not accepted. Alex LeBay, by the way, is back in the 90. I want to point that out. Tommy Joe Martin in the 66. Sam Bear in the 44. Or 42, excuse me. Which could be the last race. It could be the last race of the 42, if you ask me, Cody.
Oh, yes, C-Derp. Oh, yes, C-Derp.
But you understand what I just said about...
C-Derp.
You understand what I just said about the 42, right? This could... The 42, right, this could be their final Xfinity race before the number change. So... Allmendinger's back. Oh, we got Ryan Blaney in the 12 car. Are you kidding me right now? Alright. Back to Taylor for the Watkins Glen weekend for Xfinity and Cup. That is like... Okay, I want to say this, Taylor, before... I'm sorry to cut you off. That is the best motivational speech I've seen from you since Nathan Orman was running naked with Barbie.
Okay.
I had to say that because I think Orman's running naked with Haley Deegan. Accept it. Oh, whoops. Sorry, I accidentally made a mistake on my PS4. Whoops. I'm blaming this on Orman's girlfriend in the future. Cody approved. Okay, go ahead, Taylor.
Boyle.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this real quick before I give you my driver's table. So what you're telling me is that Army is currently on court talking to girls. Okay, accepted.
And also got women pregnant, Taylor.
Accepted.
My driver to stay away from. I'm going to make a really crazy prediction for this because he's been having a good season. Tyler Reddick is my driver.
Wow. I didn't expect you picking one of the big three to be the driver to stay away from. And Orman's going to be triggered saying, "Are you kidding me right now?" Alright, your dark horse.
Okay, I am also going to take a risk with this one because he has been having a better year than last year. So I'm going to make a crazy prediction for this. Given that I don't know how well he's going to win, Ray Black Jr. is the dark horse.
Wow. We can definitely tell Taylor knows he is getting bolder and bolder on these picks. You know what, Danny? I will accept that.
Yeah, and not only that, I just tallied up the dirt points, and Orm is officially tied with Data Boss.
Oh, God. Wait, Cody. So what you're telling us is that Orman's gonna have sex with a derping girl. Is that what you're telling us? By the way, Q-Man, I think Q-Man's on the board for the dirt point.
Yeah, I already recorded that. So Q-Man's on the board now.
By the way, for Cole, my friend on Facebook, who's Danny Hamlin? I know who Denny Hamlin is, but Danny Hamlin, as in my name, is like, bruh. Okay, driver to win, Taylor.
You recorded that one.
Taylor, you're driver to win.
Alright, I'm going to go with this particular driver as my driver to win. Just because he's a good road course driver, and he has won on a road course before, I'm going to take AJ Allmendinger as a driver to win.
Yeah, let's hope he doesn't get disqualified like what happened at Daytona.
Yeah.
For the Cup Series, my driver to stay away from is Nathan Orman's sister. Just kidding.
Accepted.
That I will accept.
Okay, Cup.
My real driver to stay away from, I'm going to say stay away from Ryan Blaney.
Wow.
Oh, man.
If you would have said Brad Keselowski, then Cody would have been ejected for triggeredness.
Accepted. I am thinking about picking Brad as driver to stay away from, by the way.
Okay, Dark Horse Taylor.
Okay, I'm also making a crazy prediction with this. Although he is a good road course racer, he's not a very big team, but I think he could at least get a top 20. Michael McDowell is my dark horse.
Wow. Not Michael McDowell, Kendall. And your driver to win, Taylor.
Okay. I am going to say the driver that won last year at Watkins Glen got his first career Cup win. I think he can do it 2 years in a row. Hey,
Wow. Alright. Back to Cody for his Xfinity Cup from the Glen.
Driver, Max Taylor. Anyway, I'm stuck between two drivers at the moment because you get a very good road racer and you get your Xfinity 10 to win all the time leech. So, between those two, and then you might as well add Blaney to the mix because Penske has tended to win a Watkins Glen Xfinity a good amount of times before as well with Joey Logano and Brad Keselowski. But Blaney, I can see why they put Blaney in there as opposed to Logano or Keselowski because Blaney kind of needs a little more practice. He kind of needs to get it one somehow. So, my driver, who I think is going to be the winner, I'm gonna go take a look at the weather. Why? Because remember at Watkins Glen before, Allmendinger basically dominated in the rain. So I'm gonna go take a look at the weather for New York. Weather for Watkins Glen. And I have reasoning for that because they do allow, nope, it's not raining. Specifically, it's a severe thunderstorm warning right now. As of right now, it's not raining on Saturday. The next time it's supposed to rain would be next Tuesday, which means it's probably not gonna happen. But I'm probably gonna take the particular risk anyway and say driver to win, AJ Allmendinger. Yes, the first time I deny Kyle Busch.
Wow, that's a shocker.
World.
Yeah, because especially if it rains, there'll be a great advantage for Allmendinger, and everyone else will be slipping off the road.
Yepers.
Driver to stay away from is why I go to the entry list. Because half the time I don't know these drivers. The driver who I will pick as the driver to stay away from, you know what, he tends to get himself, well, I'm going to make you guys laugh your asses off for my driver to stay away from. I'm going to give you a hint. He got penalized in practice at Sonoma.
Oh, I think we know who we're...
Yeah, I'm picking Cody Shortcut Ware as driver to stay away from.
Cody, we don't know where you're going to the Cup Series garage because he's possibly doing double duty, Cody Ware.
Yeah, Cody Ware's driver to stay away from.
Dark Horse.
Dark Horse, I'm picking Ryan Blaney as the Dark Horse because Penske tends to do good with the Cup drivers on Xfinity.
Speaking of Cup, what's your Cup picks?
Good question. The driver who I think is going to win, he has been performing very, very well at the Glen in the past handful of years. But he either runs out of gas, or he gets spun with aggressive goes around, or anything of the sort that ruins his good runs all the time. But I think it's going to end here. My driver to win is MTJ.
Yeah, I figured you were going to say that, if you know what I mean.
And Cody Dark Horse is accepted. Accepted.
Your driver to stay away from.
My driver to stay away from is going to be Allison Wonderland Taylor. Accepted.
Accepted.
So my driver to stay away from is going to be, well, not going to pick the Benedetto because tricks don't work a second time. So my driver to stay away from, I'm debating on a very good driver and picking any of the bad teams. Because here's my thinking. You've seen Keselowski in the past 6 weeks. Half the time he's DNF'd. And he almost DNF'd last week. But he managed to come home with an 8th place finish. You take a look at Sonoma, he was a driver to stay away from at Sonoma, if I remember correctly. So it makes me really debate on Keselowski at the moment. So basically, I don't know how much longer his DNFing is going to last before the playoffs. But it seems like he either does good or he wrecks out at Watkins Glen. That's his tendency. He either does very good or he wrecks out. So I'm thinking that my driver to stay away from, I think I'm gonna give Keselowski some slack. And I'm going to say, out of all guys, I'm going to pick, a lot of good, bad drivers in here to pick.
Naked Cody accepted.
Oh, accepted. Max Taylor accepted. Okay.
Accepted.
Max Taylor accepted. Driver stay away from Landon Castle. There.
Landon Castle.
Yeah. dark horse? You know, this dude, I have made predictions, and this prediction I may or may not have made last week. And that being one and the next 3 weekends, this team is going to fail post-race inspection and is going to get a major penalty on the team. Because I cannot see myself why this team has been doing very good lately. I do not see that. They were approximately a 20th place team. Next thing you know, they immediately go top 10. That's not how it works. So, I think they're going to get caught with a failure of post-race inspection one of these next few races. But for now, I'm just going to let them go at it while they're at it. With the best career finish coming out of Sonoma, I'm picking Matty Benedetto as the dark horse.
Hopefully he doesn't fail you, if you know what I mean. Alright, so I'm going to be right back. I got to use the restroom, so be back.
Danny is up for Barbie. Accepted. Dan is up for Barbie. Danny is up for Barbie. Wait. Okay, Cody. I know what we ought to do. We ought to go steal Boyle's credit cards. Don't say it live! No. He's gone. He can't hear us.
No, but outside YouTube they can hear us.
Well, obviously, you derping grandpa.
So it's not a good idea to talk about it while we're live.
So what we gotta do? You gotta steal one.
Okay, I'm out of this now. It's down to you, buddy.
I'm back.
Oh no. Okay.
And by the way, I belched, Taylor.
We don't think about that.
Wait, repeat that?
We want to thank Father Danny for his nice motivating belt he just did.
Yeah, and I did in the bathroom, so.
You were running naked in the bathroom? Okay. So.
Not accepted, Taylor. Taylor! Smacks Taylor with an oven girl, and Taylor accepted. I accept it. Stripper world. Anyway. Oh, another dab point for Taylor.
Not accepted.
Secretly accepted. So, before I get to my predictions, let me tell you who everybody else picked for those that couldn't make it to the stream. For Cody Goforth, Eldora, he took a bold prediction for this. He said Tyler Ingram is the driver to win, Johnny Sutter is the driver to stay away from, and Grant Enfinger as the dark horse. Yeah. For Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Series, he said Kyle Busch is the driver to win, Ross Chastain is the driver to stay away from, and Ray Black Jr. as the dark horse. For Cup, he took William Byron as the driver to win, Kyle Larson as the driver to stay away from, and Chase Elliott as the dark horse. I did Cody's. Cody's got his. For David Heller, he said for the following. He took Matt Crafton as the driver to win, Stuart Friesen as the driver to stay away from it, and Tyler Ankrum as the dark horse. For the Watkins Glen race in the Xfinity Series, he took Kyle Busch as the driver to win, Ryan Ziega as the driver to stay away from, and Justin Haley as the dark horse. For Cup, he said Martin Truex Jr. as the driver to win, Kyle Larson as the driver to stay away from, and Chase Elliott as the dark horse. For for Kyle Langland, for Trucks, he took a bold prediction. A really bold prediction that you may be shocked about. For Trucks, he said Jeffrey Abey is the driver to win.
What?
Yeah, Jeffrey Abey is the driver to win.
Pretty confident that's not going to happen.
Todd Gilliland is the driver to stay away from, and Colton Gillum as the dark horse. For Xfinity, he took AJ Allmendinger as the driver to win, Tyler Reddick as the driver to stay away from, Ray Black Jr. as the dark horse. For Cup, he said Chase Elliott as the driver to win, Ryan Blaney as the driver to stay away from, and Michael McDowell as the dark horse. For Nathan Orman, who had to leave, but I've written his picks down, here's what he said. For trucks, he took Grant Enfinger as the driver to win, Carson Hokovar as the driver to stay away from, or how you say his last name, and Tyler Ankrum as the dark horse. For Watkins Glen, the Xfinity Series, he took Christopher Bell as the driver to win, Ryan Sieg as the driver to stay away from, and Chase Briscoe as the dark horse. For Cup, he said Kyle Busch as the driver to win, William Byron as the driver to stay away from, and Denny Hamlin as the dark horse. I think I put your predictions in the wrong... Actually, hang on a second.
Good job, thank you. Accepted.
Wait, you said who was your driver to win, Taylor? Because I might... Oh, you took,
Justin Shipley.
Okay, Justin Shipley. Okay, Kyle England said he's going to go with your picks, Taylor. Except the Shipley part, okay? Whoops. Too far. No. Phone. You bad little monkey. What did I tell you about being a derping grandpa?
Danny Schroeder at his phone, accepted.
Joyland.
Never funny if you got a Christmas phone.
Alright, so let me do this, alright. Jeffrey AB, okay. That's who I was thinking of. I'll continue the picks in a second. Okay. For... who am I forgetting? Oh yeah, tight end. For trucks at Eldora, he said Ross Chastain as the driver to win, Johnny Sutter as the driver to stay away from, and Matt Crafton as the dark horse. Wow. Oh, what the point for Taylor? For Watkins Glen, the Xfinity Series, he said Justin Allgaier is the driver to win, Christopher Bell is the driver to stay away from, and AJ Allmendinger is the dark horse. For Cup, he said Kyle Busch is the driver to win, Chris Buescher is the driver to stay away from, and William Byron as the dark horse. For Quentin Moore, since I put his predictions in the predictions chat, he said for trucks, Norm Benning as the driver to win, Johnny Sauter as the driver to stay away from, and Jake Griffin as the dark horse. Can we say that Norm Benning winning would be impossible because he needs the entire field to die? For Watkins Glen in the Xfinity Series, he said Cole Custer is the driver to win, Timmy Hill is the driver to stay away from, and dark horse is Justin Allgaier. For Cup, he said Brad Keselowski is the driver to win, to the shock of Cody Smart. Driver to stay away from William Byron, and the dark horse, Michael McDowell. Okay, that's really a shocker that he took Brad Keselowski, and Cody's really shocked.
I mean, if Brad can get it done, let's go then.
Yeah. Alright, it is me! Okay, that was kind of the worst cheesiness than applesauce, and I blame this on Elijah. Accept it.
Hey, Danny, look at the MLB chat when you...
Oh, what did you do, Taylor?
There's nothing bad.
Dad.
And there's a dab point for me.
Not accepted, Taylor. Taylor?
Well, yeah.
Oh, you Phelps lady of Cody Smart stripper wife.
Accepted.
Alright.
You go to the strip club? Okay, accepted.
So, you guys ready to hear my predictions?
No, I said not accepted, so you can blame Disco. Damn, I thought Cody accepted his own rules.
You would have been dying of laughter. Anyway, my predictions for the Truck Series. So the driver I took the win. I found an interesting stat you guys did not hear about. Did you know Matt Crafton is the only Truck Series regular in the field that has won at Eldora? Everybody else has zilch. I'm going to take Matt Crafton as the driver to win. Driver to stay away from. I really feel like it's going to go downhill for him. I mean, the last few weeks has been really bad for this driver. Unfortunately, I have to say Sheldon Creed is my driver to stay away from. My dark horse, I'm going to take Stuart Friesen. Yeah. And Taylor was oohing at his wife. Taylor, accept it. No, accept it. I said it first. Dadgummit, we tied. We tied up Nathan Orman's sister.
Accepted.
Wait.
Cody's wife. Accepted.
Wait, you tied up who first?
Danny said.
Wait, you tied up who the first time, Taylor?
We tied up Cody's wife.
Oh, okay, that was accepted. For Watkins Glen Xfinity Series, you guys should have picked this driver. Remember, I predict there's going to be the top two taking each other out. This guy comes out of nowhere, pulls off a Truck Series feat, and wins at Watkins Glen. Driver to win, Justin Haley. Remember what happened at Canadian Tire when the two Toyotas took each other out? And nice motivational belts, Taylor. And Justin Haley was third, and he passed them all to win. I think that's what's going to happen. Driver to stay away. Accepted. Taylor, accepted. Don't look at the YouTube chat, Taylor.
What? Who did it?
Not me.
Oh no.
Driver to stay away from. Driver to stay away from. I'm gonna. Driver to stay away from. I'm gonna say Ross Chastain as the driver to stay away from. My dark horse. I'm gonna take Justin Allgaier. For Cup, we talked about first-time winners, where it took Alex Bowman to Chicago to get his first career win. Last year, we saw Chase Elliott win. I'm going to say William Byron as the driver to win for the Cup Series. Driver to stay away from. I think we can all agree this driver just does not has been on a very bad slump, and unfortunately, I have to say Daniel Hemrick is the driver to stay away from. I did accept what you just said in the chat. My dark horse, I would also agree with Cody Smart. I'm gonna take Matt DiBenedetto as a dark horse. All right, so guys, what are your final thoughts so far, and what do you and hopefully what are you guys looking forward to this weekend?
First off, I'll say, whatever you do, don't look at a YouTube.
Not accepted, Cody.
Oh, that was good. Anyway, final thoughts. Say, hopefully this race will actually be more exciting than all the usual races we had this season. Road course racing can be really fun, so it is a high hope for me that the Watkins Glen will probably be one of the most exciting of the 2019 season.
All right, Zachary Taylor.
Oh, wow. I think this weekend will be exciting for all the racing that's going to be taking place. And, it's going to be interesting to see what Watkins Glen's a pretty tricky track because it's easy to overdrive the turns at places, but like we saw MTJ do last year going into one when he dove bombing on Chase Elliott and went way too wide. But I think it's going to be interesting to see what will happen for the final race for the Cup guys. And, I think it's going to be very good.
Taylor better not look at the YouTube chat what Cody just said. I'm 50-50 on that one. My final thoughts, I'm going to say, we did not expect, as I said at the top of the broadcast, I did not expect, by the way, we're going to miss you, Donovan Updike, in the Enduro chat.
You know what, you're getting it now. Taylor, triggered, Taylor, accepted.
So. But I really think that this race weekend is going to be a lot of fun. Should be excited to see what we can do in going forward as far as that's concerned. Now, I'll ask Cody something off the air before. Oh, I was gonna send Cody a DM.
You were gonna send Cody a DM?
No, it's something important Cody needs to see.
Oh, joy. Cody better not leak the roasting chat in his server.
Taylor did something.
Yes,
I can tell Taylor did something.
Yes, I did.
Cody accepted! Taylor!
Yes, he did.
Alright.
Gotcha.
Now playtime.
Dadgummit, we tied up Cody's wife.
Accepted. Dadgummit, we tied up Mormon's wife. So, I'm gonna be back with you guys in the general voice chat, so I'll see you over there. Alright, so that is going to be it. Before we go, let's look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. If I can find my little schedule dealie. Where is it? Get rid of that because we don't have to worry about that. Alright, looking at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard, which is the first weekend of August. I want to point this out, so hooray. Next week, we are going to recap Hungary, Watkins Glen. What else did I just say? Let me check here real quick. Next week, we're going to recap Eldora, Watkins Glen, Hungary, and Road America. We'll have our panelists make their thoughts on some stuff as far as that's concerned in the amazingness. We'll take you through the breaking news stories between now and then, get you caught up on all the other things as far as that's concerned. And then we are going to look ahead to the following races. Michigan for the final regular season race for the Truck Series, and for the Cup Series we have Michigan coming up. Xfinity will be at Mid-Ohio. DTM is back as we have Brand Hatch coming up. The W Series season finale for their first ever season in 2019. They're going to be racing at Brands Hatch as well. That should be a lot of fun so far. We get to crown another champion in the weekly show list. So that's a look at this week's upcoming PCSRA weekly show events presented by Andy's Frozen Custard. The Oklahoma Highway Safety Office is the proud partner of the PCSRA weekly show, and we remind our friends that together we can end DUI. Visit enduiok.com for more details. I want to thank Zachary Taylor, Cody Smart, and Nathan Norman for joining me, and also thank Cody Goforth, Quentin Moore for their support, our statistician Caleb Haas, producer and engineer Zachary Fitzwater, Jackie Tang, and Alex Hawkins, and Greg Rutz running the show for us back in our PCSRA Network studios. Final score, one final time on Sunday for baseball. It was the Houston Astros 6 and the Cardinals 2. Until next week, when we recap Eldora, Hungary, Watkins Glen, Road America, take you through the breaking news stories between now and then, go through our paint scheme, sports and NR news, if any. Enjoy our amazing panelist company together, and we look ahead to Michigan, Mid-Ohio, and Brands Hatch coming up on the schedule. This is Daniel Vole saying, Boomer Sooner, everybody.
This PCSRA PCSRA Weekly Show broadcast has been brought to you by Brahms Ice Cream and Dairy Stores. For over 51 years, it's the proud sponsor of the PCSRA Weekly Show. The PCSRA Weekly Show was also brought to you by Budweiser, Love's Travel Stops, iHeartMedia, The Oklahoman, Newcastle Casino, Devon Energy, Sonic, and by the Oklahoma Highway Safety Office, where together we can end DUI. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the PCSRA Sports Network. Copyright 2019 by the Pacific Coast Sports Racing Association.